So, this is what 5 months looks like.
Phoebe.
She tried to
what you
chew
doing?
everything she could, hide under the sofa, get on the kitchen counter, and test every boundary in this apartment. She turned 5 on Sunday and apparently decided to celebrate by testing if she can break every rule in this house. She tried to chew our sofa, was briefly interrupted by her own paw, and ignored us trying to stop her. She pretended that nothing is happening and that she can't see us. I guess that's a typical teenager behavior. And of course, she decided to just disappear into the void under the sofa. I'd like to say this was a one-off, but we also had the kitchen counter incident, which I filmed, which I probably shouldn't have filmed, but here we are. Phoebe, what's going on? What are you doing? Hey! Hey! No! No! First and last time I'm letting that happen on camera. Next time I'm just immediately interrupting it. Because as you know from my previous videos, we are trying to raise a well-behaved kitten, and this is definitely my priority over filming a content for, oh look, funny cat doing some stuff it shouldn't be doing. Like, no, I'm strict on that. But actually, among all the chaos, something kind of sweet happened this week. We were doing fetch training, and she's been getting pretty good at it, and I noticed that she was acting a bit strange, doing these weird movements with her tongue, like there was something sticky in her mouth that she was trying to get rid of. I thought maybe she didn't like the taste of a paper ball, and then she flopped over, did her usual upside down crazy thing, started doing the tongue thing again, and then she turned around and there was a tiny tooth just sitting on the floor right where she was. I knew that she was teething because first of all I saw she had a baby shark teeth when there is a tooth and there is another tooth right behind it. And I also read some cat owners were saying that sometimes you can spot a tooth on the floor occasionally when your kitten is teething and is going through the process. Kinda happy that we had this experience with Phoebe. So she's growing up, which is also why we booked her Desexing appointment. That's happening in about a month, and then she'll be closer to the 6 months old. In New South Wales, cats are actually supposed to be desexed by 4 months, but she got an exemption because her vet said that she was too small for her age. And that probably she was the smallest in her litter. When I heard that, I immediately had this "oh" moment. Then, you're like at the same time a bit sorry for her, but also very proud of her. Like, she was the tiniest one, but here she is, a survivor, chewing my sofa and climbing my kitchen counter. We weighed her this week and she is 2.1 kilos. I did look this up because, of course, I did. For a 5-month-old female Burmese specifically, the normal range is 1.9 to 2.4 kilos or 4.2 to 5.3 pounds. So she's actually right in the middle. The runt of the litter is doing just fine. The underdog strikes again. And in the other She's Growing Up news, I also bought her a harness this week. We are going to start harness training. I'm not entirely sure where it's going yet. Maybe walks in the park, maybe taking her to a friend's place. We'll figure it out. But I'll be documenting the whole thing, so you sure will see how it goes. Oh, and we switched her food this week too. She moved from Royal Canin Kitten under 4 months to the 4 months plus formula. Small things, but apparently their nutritional needs actually change as they grow, so worth keeping an eye on what stage your kitten is on. Okay, and more practical stuff. We did her flea treatment this week. If you're a new cat owner and you've been dreading this, it's actually really straightforward. It's a spot-on treatment, you just apply the liquid to the scruff of her neck, no forcing her into swallow a pill, no drama. Way less stressful than I expected. And as you can see, she's already helping me to read instructions, naturally. Phoebe just being Phoebe. So if you've been putting it off because you thought it was going to be a whole thing, it really doesn't have to be. There is no big drama, honestly. However, I've applied it a bit too low in here. You should apply it a bit higher. Don't make same mistakes as I do. Oh, and she's been kneading constantly for the past few weeks. Like, constantly. I have 4 minutes of footage of her doing absolutely nothing but baking those biscuits. I did briefly convince myself something was wrong with her, because apparently that's just what I do now. I find reasons to worry out of nowhere, but no, she's fine. Turns out, kneading increases as they get more comfortable and settled, which is actually really sweet when you think about it. And she's been settling into her new cat tree really nicely too, which honestly makes me probably more happy than I should be, because you know, with cats, how it is when you're buying something kinda expensive and they walk around, sniff it, and never use it, and you have to sell it at Facebook Marketplace for like fraction of a price. So far, both us and Phoebe are quite happy with her cat tree. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you're looking for one. And that's the week of Phoebe turning 5 months old. She's growing fast, and even though she's testing our boundaries, somehow she becomes very sweet and affectionate. And she is definitely our most spoiled family member. I'll see you in a week with updates from the most spoiled girl ever. Subscribe to follow our journey on growing up together.